Yon.
All right, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory as always be unto Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim rawchaa qadash, which is the Paleo Hebrew for the name of the Heavenly Father, the Ancient of Days, the creator of all energy being Yahawah, and that of his son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, being Yahawashi. Those be the only names in which in which you can be saved, whether you've been given the Spirit to receive that or not.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to give double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Grand Millstone, and through the Spirit and power of Yahawashi Yahawashi, rule all of the nation of Israel well today. Once again, whether you have been given the Spirit to receive that or not, and peace, love, blessing, salutations be unto the elect of the nation of Israel, beginning with 144,000 prophets, all the way down to the 1/3 men, women, and children who are truly able to receive the glorious light of this gospel, man. You see, being called out of this world and into a whole new profession, man. You see, here it is that Esau beat it into our heads that the only way to succeed in life is to succeed according to Esau's standards, man. All right, but now we've been called into a whole new profession. We know what it is to succeed, all right, according to the creator of all energy, man. You see, called into a whole new way of living. So, we're going to go ahead and get into it, man, and just, show the importance of the work. You see, the work, man, the work that we have been called into. All right, you can't just sit here and expect the kingdom of heaven to fall into your lap, man. All right, just like the scriptures say, when you will reap what you sow. If you're gonna sow in the flesh, then you will also reap in the flesh, which will be what you working. You go into from your 9 to 5, you working your 8 hours a day. You're gonna get paid at the end of the week, man. That's what you would reap. So you also got to sow in the spirit in order to reap in the spirit. All right. But go ahead when you brothers want to read on it, or I'll jump on it too. I got it right here. This is Sirach 38 and verse 24. It says, the wisdom.
Go ahead. You got it.
One of you brothers can break it down. It says, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise.
And that goes into what your leisure, man, your reading time, your downtime. You do have the things that you do in your personal life to unwind this and that and the other, but majority of that time should be given over to Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi and doing what? Getting built up in this truth. It says what? And he that have little business shall become wise, because what? You're giving your time over to the ministry, man. Doing your videos, going on the highways and byways, doing your reading, praying and fasting, man. Doing all these things to be built up so you can become wise in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi. Because right now ain't shit really going on, so it should be no excuse for not being able to read every day, man, or not to be able to do a video every day, or to be able to go on the highways and byways each and every week. Because what? The Most High is winding this shit down. The Most High is shutting down shop, man. You see? So the majority of our time should be given over to what? Doing this work. Now, we ain't saying that you're going to be doing it 24 hours a day. You see? But you need to make a conscious effort to give time over to Sophia, man. You need to touch Sophia at least every day, man. Go ahead, bro.
I got a quick precept, man. Let's see here. This is the book of John, chapter 14, and verse 26. It says, but the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name, he will teach you all things and bring all things to your remembrance whatsoever I have said unto you. And the reason why I'm bringing that out, man, is because, the fact of the being that the Spirit is being referred to as the Comforter, man. Like the brother said, we have these different things that help us unwind, or, this, that, or the third. But really, man, that's kind of what these scriptures, man, this becomes your tool to unwind, your instrument to unwind. You see, we were once hooked on all these different we were degenerates, man, hooked on all these different worldly measures to help you unwind after being in Esau's kingdom. All right, but now, we've been like we said in the beginning, we've been given a whole new way of living, man. Yep. The Spirit of Yahawashi Yahawashi.
So, and the thing is, he said, Yahawashi said what? It will bring all things to your remembrance. How is that going to be possible if you're not giving your time over to have these things brought to your remembrance? You putting it on the back burner, man. You're not making this your first priority. You see, you can't have it brought back to your remembrance if you're not taking the time to increase through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, Yahawashi, man. You see? So it goes into what? Putting his time in, and that's what we've been doing, man. Seeking the Lord while he may be found. That goes into it as well, man. You see, yeah, we got our jobs, yeah, we got our things, but hey, the main thing is what? Getting built up in this truth, man, and that's what we've been putting our energy into, man. You see?
I got Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
And that's what this is, man. This is our reasonable service. This is what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be laboring in this truth, reading through these scriptures, man, going on the highways and byways and serving Yahawashi as Israelite men. This is our duty according to Ecclesiastes, what, 12 and 13? This is our job, man. Our number one job. Yeah, we got our carnal job, but the number one job is dealing with Sophia, getting this wisdom and giving it unto our people, the ones who are going to receive it, man. That's our reasonable service for Yahawashi, Yahawashi. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Don't be conformed to this world, you know what I'm saying? Everything that you do will revolve around something in the world, man. Everything you do is some carnal shit, man. No. You need to be having your mind renewed by way of this word, man. Continually going through these scriptures, having your mind washed by the word, man. That full baptism of Yahawashi, Yahawashi.
That ye may prove what is that good, that acceptable, and perfect will of the Most High.
And how are you going to do that if you're not giving your time over to learn more about the Most High, man? How are you going to do that if you're only reading once a week? How are you going to do that if you're only making one video a day, man? Or not a day, a week. Shit, not making no videos, not going in the highways and byways. How are you going to learn about the Most High? How is he going to be able to work with you if you're not out here laboring, doing what you need to do for the Lord, man? There's no way the Most High can work with that. But the minute you sit on the highways and byways, the Most High is working through us, you see, constantly, because what? We're keeping out that oil in our tanks, man. You see? So this light can continue to shine bright, man. And how do you do that? You can do it. You watch the videos, man. You get built up off other brothers' videos. They inspire you to do videos, man. The brother just sent a song from the group chat to the group chat that one of the brothers made, and that gave me a title for my next video, man. You see? It gave me an idea to go into, that's what? Continuing on in that spirit, man. You see? Looking for anything that you can to bring it out through the scriptures, man. You see? I was at a spot the other day. They had Valiant on the wall. A business name, the name of the business was named Valiant, and their slogan was "Don't worry, everything taken care of, man." You see? That's what everything taken care of by who? Yahawashi, Yahawashi. How do you know that if you don't build yourself up in these scriptures, man? You know? So you have to look, and that comes from what? Staying in the scriptures, looking at everything in a spiritual light, man. And you can only do that if what? If you're laboring, you see, to become wise in Yahawashi, Yahawashi. You got it, bro.
You got more on that or not?
If you got another set, if not, I got one I could bring out.
I'll hit this real quick. This is Isaiah 62 and 6. I've set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahawah, keep not silence, and give him no rest, till he establish until he make Jerusalem a praise on the earth.
And that's what we're doing, man. We're giving the Most High no rest. That's why the decree came down from Yahawashi to the apostle. I'm about to say the apostle Paul to apostle to apostle Tahar. For what? For us to do a video a day, man. That came directly from Yahawashi to do a video a day. That was in the spirit. Why? Because we're not supposed to give the Most High no rest day nor night. We're supposed to be constantly. Hey, what does it say? Pray always, man. Pray without ceasing. That's what us not giving the Most High no rest, man. Continually crying unto the Most High to come save us from this place, so we can go into the kingdom. Praying for the Most High to bring Jacob's trouble, so we can get through it, so we can go into the kingdom, man. That's what it's all about. Not to be out here with all this knowledge and still want to make a damn homestead in Georgia somewhere, man. No, you giving the Most High rest because you don't want to go home. You see, but the true men of the Lord, they're going through these scriptures and seeing what the Most High has promised us. And guess what? We're going out here on the highways and byways and proclaiming it to the world. You see? So the Most High can bring the end to this place, man. Right. You got it, bro. You got something?
I got two sets right away. I'll bring just something you spake on. This is Isaiah 62 and 7. And give him no rest till he establish, until he make it Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
That's a spirit, cause that brother just read that. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, man. We're supposed to not be giving the most.
Shalom, Makia.
Hey, shalom,
Khan. Yahweh Bashem, Yahawashi Bashem, qadash Brakatah. Khan.
We're not supposed to be giving the Most High no rest, man. We're supposed to be continually pushing His word out to our people, man.
Yep.
And what was the other one you had?
This is Proverbs 18 and 15. The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge.
And that's what we are becoming, man. We're becoming prudent by way of this word of Yahawashi, man. And we're gaining that knowledge by what? By ministering in His truth, man. By laboring out here in this field, in the spiritual field, man, which is the earth. You see, constantly going into these scriptures over and over and over, repetitive, man. You see, constantly sowing to the spirit, and the Most High is building us up in our knowledge, man. Yeah, one more.
Oh, one more, and we'll move on. This is Proverbs 19 and 8. He that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul. He that keepeth understanding shall find good.
And that's what it shows, man. Because what we heard what the Most High was bringing, and it struck fear in us, man. And we was like, what the fuck we got to do to not receive that judgment? And the apostle told us, man. Apostle Hart, he said a couple years ago, if you don't know what to do, look at somebody who's doing something, man. And that's going into what? Watching the apostles and the elders who came in before us and how they move, man. And how they deal with these scriptures each and every day. And that got us the spirit to do that. And what? We were built up because what? We love our soul and we don't want to be destroyed, man. That's what it comes down to. Doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi out of fear and hopes to receive that mercy, man. You see, hopes to receive that salvation. You see? And that's what a wise man would do. It says what? A wise man seeth the trouble coming and he hideth himself. What do you hide yourself at, man? In the secret place of the Most High. What is that? The truth, man. You see? You got something, go?
Con. This is Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 14. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come.
And how do we seek that, man? By going into the scriptures, reading the prophecies of the Most High, giving us the kingdom of heaven, and we envision that with our little small imagination, our little ant imagination. You know what I'm saying? We see those things as best as we possibly can with our imagination. And how do we get that, man? By going into the Word, man. By going into the scriptures. By constantly toiling in Sophia, man. You know.
Yep. Let me hit this next verse. Like it says, verse 15. By Him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to God continually.
And how do we do that, man? By going out here and singing the new song as the elect would, man. We're not here trying to remix the doctrine. We're not here using the Most High's doctrine for filthy lucre's sake, man, or to be seen in the sight of men. We're doing this out of fear of the Most High, and we want our Father to be glorified on this planet Earth, man. Ultimately, you know what I'm saying? We want the Most High to show that power unto these people, that the power that we know He has. We want Him to show it to the people, man. And how do we have that understanding? By going into these scriptures.
You got to remember, man, that we are the salt of the earth, man. We are the light that is set on a hill. You see, so yeah, we're attempting to gather all of Israel, man. The planet Earth can look at you and know that this is what it means to be an Israelite. What did Yahawashi say? That he was occupied in his Father's business, man. Yep. That's why you see GMS striving the way we strive, man. Pushing out all these videos, man. You see, upholding a particular standard, man. An order. Let me actually go up to this 7th verse. It says, remember them which have rule over you, who have spoken unto you the word of God, whose faith follow. And you see the apostles and the elders out there been striving and working for longer than some of us have even been alive, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You see, it says, who have spoken unto you the word of God, whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation. You see? So we have the examples here, man. Yep. And us here, we're there's a standard that we uphold here and an example that we are setting, man. You see?
I got one when you're done.
We're the grunts of the nation of Israel.
Yep. This is Romans, just on that point you made, right? To what Yahawashi he was about his father's business. This is Romans 8 and 29. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn amongst many brethren. So if Yahawashi came and did the will of the Heavenly Father, he was what? He was about his father's business, and we're conformed to the image of Yahawashi. Guess what we're about? Our father's business, man. And that's all that fucking matters. At the end of the day, when everything is taken away from you, when everything is stripped from you, and you down to the nitty gritty, what do you have, man? What do we truly have after everything is taken from us, man? YAHAWAH by Hashem Yahawashi. You see? And Yahawashi knew that, and he set the example in the scriptures for us to follow, and that's what we're following, man. You see? You have something, Shabbat?
Khan, this is you guys are just going into the elders and the the work that they've been done, the example that they've set. So I have 1 Timothy 5:17.
Hey, bro,
It says, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine.
Hey,
that's why we give them double
shades,
honors.
Bro. Hit them shades.
Khan.
I didn't even know. So the brother said, yeah, you good. But yeah, and that's what they've been doing, man. Laboring, and that's why we give them double honors, man. It ain't about kissing no ass. It's about respect, man. Because we know how, like, from the small amount of time we've been in the truth, this shit is hard, bro. Yep. This shit is hard, and they've been doing it for 30+ years. They deserve double honors, man. It ain't nothing about kissing ass or being man pleasers. It's about showing these men respect for walking this hard ass journey for 3+ decades, man.
Also about having knowledge and having respect for that established order that the Most High has set.
That too. There it is. Because Yahawashi set this up, man. This ain't enough, man. And that's what some of these groups don't understand. They still out here trying to move off of man's understanding, man. We moving off the understanding of the Most High, that these men were set up for a reason. That was to what? Jeremiah 3:15. I will give you pastors according to my heart that shall feed you with knowledge and understanding, man. That's what those men are. And how did they get that? By laboring in his truth. Constantly, man.
Well, you notice all things that the Heavenly Father has established, man. There's an order within all things, yep. Including the planet Earth, right? So every Israelite out there, we teach you that the Israelites are what, man? Basically the inheritors of the planet Earth, right? So if there's an order within that, if you could tell Esau that he's the bottom of that order, but then you can't get within an order yourself, you're a fucking hypocrite, man.
You're a hypocrite. God, straight up, bro. Straight up. Wait, hey, the motherfuckers would be like, I don't need no teacher, but his ass on the highways and byways trying to get people to follow him. But you don't need no teacher. You see how fucking ass backwards you Jake saw, man? That's ass backwards as hell. You just don't want to come, like the brother said, you don't want to come up under the order. And what does the Most High say, man? Do all things decently and in order, man.
Yep, and I can confidently say, man, that if it wasn't for the brotherhood, man, I'm not sure if I'd be here, man. This walk would have certainly been a whole lot harder, because especially like going back into the thing, man. There's a standard set here. You see, you got a standard to uphold, man. You see, so the problem is with a lot of Jake just wants to do their own thing, man. Jake doesn't want to come up and get underneath an order and have to follow underneath. They just want to, hey, if I want to do a video once a week, once a year. You see, and that's why you always see these guys wax worse and worse once they, sometimes, when they try to go do their own thing, man. Because you'll just see, all of a sudden less and less fruit come out.
Yep. And you know what? From a lot of the elders, I whenever I see like a certain page or something like that, first thing I do is look on their videos, and if I see a couple of videos at the beginning, I always go to their oldest videos and see if they're actually being committed to it and how long they've been in it, Well, I got two more steps.
Let me put this one. Which one is that?
I got Matthew 5.
I got one real quick, just because that's what we're going into, giving diligence, man, because that's the time we're in now, giving diligence, because, like, bro, we're so close to the finish line. We know we're there, but it's even closer than when we believe, man. So this is 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if he do these things, he shall never fall. Meaning what? If you continually toiling in his truth, you are never going to fall, man, because the Most High said what? Those that labor for him and endure to the end are going to what? Receive a reward, man. Are going to receive everlasting life. And that's something to fucking fight for, man. You know what I'm saying? That's something to fight for. I think it's better.
I got 2 steps. One of them is Matthew 5 and 15. Neither do men light a candle, or Matthew 5 and 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt has lost his savior, wherewith shall it be salted?
Talking about what, man? You lose the oil, you lose the flavor, you lose the truth. You see? What is the Most High gonna do with you? Now you talking about the fucking Babylon the Great is the Roman Catholic Church now. Dan is a part of the 12 tribes. What can the Most High do with that, man? And that's why you see dudes get cast out left and right, man. Because they bringing in that bullshit. Because what? They lost their savior, man. Or savior. My bad.
It is henceforth good for nothing but to be cast out, to be trodden under foot of man. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
And that's what we're doing, man. That's what? That's a blessing for the Most High to even have this light. So we don't take this light and go hide it in the talent and just wait for Yahawashi to come back and pull that dirty ass talent back out of the ground and be like, here, Yahawashi, this is what I did. No, man. You give your diligence, following the example of the men that the Most High set up to lead us, you see? So your light can shine before men. Going to the highways and byways and confessing his word. What can Yahawashi do with you if you ain't been confessing his word, man? On the highways and byways, not just sitting your ass home behind the computer talking about you doing the work. No, you have to be on the highways and byways doing this, man. In the chief place of concourse, man. You see,
you notice,
you dudes, man, you dudes are something else, man.
You notice a lot of these Israelite scoffers, man. A lot of these scoffers that happen to be Israelites, 9 times out of 10, they have no work on their page.
No fucking work at all. I try to come on the page and tell you what's up. You go to the motherfucking page. He had a page for 4 years. He got one video he did 2 years ago.
Or I see in another one, they have a bunch of re-uploaded videos from every other thing except their own work.
Oh,
let me get this out. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 11. Now therefore perform the doings of it, that as there was a readiness to will, so there may be a performance also out of that which you have. For if there be first a willing mind, it is accepted according to that a man hath, and not according to that he had not.
So, and we do this out of willingness, going back to what was read in Hebrews 12, man. This is our reasonable service. We don't do this out of strife or contention. We don't do this, I got to do another video. I got to go to the highways. Nah, man. We do this willing. We are ready to go out here each and every week, man, to do this work. We're ready to do these videos each and every day, man. You see? Because what? At the end of the day, ultimately, what we want on the earth is the Most High's will to be done. You see? And we want the Most High to be glorified on the earth, and we want Yahawashi to be glorified on the earth, because we know that brings us glory, man. And we can be taken out of this damn state of being on the bottom, and that is all gonna come for what, man? Laboring and wisdom, man. You see? That's why it tells you what? Wisdom brings us to a kingdom, man. You see, how do you get wisdom? By laboring and dealing with Sophia each and every day, man. You got something, Gar? You got something?
This is
yeah, I got one. I'll go after Gar.
This is Luke chapter 9 and verse 24. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it.
Going into what, man? Because at the end of the day, we lost our life here, man. Yeah, we got our bullshit ass jobs. We got all this bullshit we got in the world, but we've lost our life. We got what shit, Thanksgiving tomorrow, man. We not looking forward to that bullshit. Had a bitch tell me happy Thanksgiving today, I almost choked that hoe. You know what I'm saying? We've cast off all that bullshit, man, because that has nothing to do with us. We've lost our life for Yahawashi's sake, and even more so in the days we're coming into. But because we've done that, what does he say? We're gonna gain our life 100-fold, man. And that was just a number. It's gonna be even greater than 100-fold, man. And that's all because of what we're laboring in this truth. We've been called to do this work, and guess what? We put hand to plow and we refuse to look back, man. Because we know it happens to anybody who looks back, man, and let go of the plow, man. You have no place in the kingdom of heaven on the first dominion, man. You're gonna be destroyed.
What are you doing by looking back, man? You really what you're wishing is that Yahawashi doesn't come and reign over you, man.
Is that looking back to what? Looking back to what though? What you looking back for? That big fat hairy bitch Bo Quisha? She ain't about shit, bro. Keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. I think she's about What you got, bro?
Stop chasing that bitch. Just win.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we think, and that's what's on our mind, man. Win, man. And how do we win? By giving diligence, man. That might be the
God. No, that's the spirit today. Because my boss today, he was like making a conversation with me, and he's like, who's going to be the president of the United States? Because he's a big old Trump guy, and I just said Donald Trump because he's got all these things he's working out behind the scenes so that he can stay as president. And I said, man, it don't matter who it is, which president's going to be, because this place, you know, I want these prophecies to be fulfilled, you know, dealing with the microchip and whatnot. And he goes, and he's a Christian, right? And he's like, oh, man, he's like, yeah, I know all that stuff has to come to pass, but he's like, but man, he wants America to heal. You know?
What?
And I'm thinking,
go ahead, my bad. You got it.
No, I'm just saying he wants America to heal. So that just shows you who's in the right mindset and who's in the wrong mindset. These Christians, you know, because he's a so-called modern Christian, you know. And I just drove away on my forklift thinking, yeah, we got the truth, man. We got separation between us and these Christians, you know.
That just shows, man, they don't want these Christians always screaming about the Bible this and the Bible that, but when it comes down to the actual facts of what the Most High's will is, they don't want that to come to pass, man.
They don't want to hear.
They don't want the will of the Most High to come to pass.
Oh yeah,
they're all anti-Messiah, man.
And he goes, oh, you're selfish. He's all, you're being selfish. And I go, I'm selfish because I want the kingdom. Because I haven't told him the truth. I haven't shared it with him. But I go, I'm selfish because I want the kingdom. And he goes, and he kind of just laughed it off and played it off. He goes, no, I'm just kidding. You're not selfish.
You know why?
Because he wants this place to continue.
Why is that? Because this is his kingdom. That's why. This is the kingdom of heaven for him. This is Esau's kingdom, man. This is his heaven. Right. And he knows that after this,
and I thought about that too, that this is his kingdom. Yep. But back to the scripture that I had. This is 1 Timothy 5:1. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren. And that was it. It was just a quick one.
Yeah, man.
So we should look at our fathers, our elders as fathers, you know.
And that's what they are. They are.
Really, they are. They are fathers.
They birthed us through the spirit of Yahawashi. And you got men that was once coming up under the apostles, cussing the apostles out, calling them all type of MFs and that alpha this and that. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? You know? But the most
and not Khan. And you know what? Oh, there's a statement that Elder Apostle Gabar made a while back, and it just always stuck with me. But he was talking about the elders before him, you know, before them, you know, and he was saying how those people would show up to the One West school and offer them money for them to stop the operation, you know, and he's made a statement. He was like, hey, you got to know about your elders who were before you, you know, you got to know about the integrity that they kept, you know,
jump to the,
so that we could do what we're doing.
Jump to the 17th verse. Right?
Oh yeah, I read that one. That's the first one I read earlier. But I'll read it again. Khan, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine.
Because if it wasn't for the elders putting in that work for 30 plus years, man, how the fuck would we have it? You know what I'm saying? How could we know what Babylon it was? How could we know we were the Israelites if the Most High didn't give it to the elders first to give to us?
We still be in darkness.
That's the importance of showing diligence, because you got brothers and sisters waking up all day, every day, coming into this truth. Now, what if ain't nobody doing the work? How they gonna get fed? How they gonna know which way to go if ain't nobody doing what they need to be doing work-wise, man? That's why we have to show that diligence to push these videos out and to go on the highways and byways so the brothers and the sisters can hear it, they can be bought in, and the remnant can be sealed, man. So we can get the fuck out of here.
And I was meditating on that at work today. Just the fact that they were offered, because they, according to what Apostle Gabar said,
Blank check.
they just laid a check. Yeah, blank check,
Yep.
and write down what you want for this truth to be stopped. You know,
That just shows
just
you what
think
kind of
about
fucking
that
money you
integrity,
got.
man. That shows you integrity.
Yeah.
And you would like to think that all four of us brothers would be the same,
Yep.
keep that same integrity. You know, you
So-
can't sell out for the truth.
Because the thing is, what sell out for what?
You know?
When Apostle Peter told you what, all the elements shall be metal with fervent heat. That's the end of Babylon is for this place to be destroyed. And don't think you're gonna get that money and travel to another place and not catch judgment, because the Most High can judge your ass from anywhere, man. The Most High has unlimited reach. You can be touched from anywhere on this earth. You see, so there's nothing worth selling out for, man, because we got everything coming. And how do we know that? Because we've been laboring in this truth. We've been showing diligence in this truth, and we know that the whole earth belongs to us anyway. So what you gonna sell out for some shit that already belongs to you? That the Most High gonna give you anyway in righteousness? You gonna sell out? Come on, man. It don't make no sense. And that, how do we
Not
know
only
all
that,
these
you
things,
would.
man? How do we know all these things, man? By showing diligence in His word and being built up off of what the Most High has told us, man.
Well, let me hit this precept.
You got it, bro.
This is 2 Thessalonians 3:6. Or I'm gonna go down to verse 7. It says, "For yourselves know how ye ought to follow us, for we behaved not ourselves disorderly among you, neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable unto any of you." So, showing you, man, that where the foundation of this ministry was laid upon, which was the apostles and the elders, that they led this thing by example, man. You see that they would not be chargeable to anybody, but they worked day and night. You see, to bring forth this knowledge and these breakdowns and bring out the truth, man.
And
so we got to follow that same example.
So you see with that, when the decree came out with 3 videos a week, shit, I was just coming into the truth when that decree was made, but I didn't like, oh man, how I'm gonna do this. I was like, all right, let's do it. It's a challenge. Let's do it. When the decree came out, a video a day, let's fucking do it. Because what does that do? That allows you to store up more treasures in heaven, man. Every time you do a video, you cashing in some more treasure, man. You pushing the word of the Most High, you cashing in treasure, man. You going on the highways and byways, you cashing in. You see, you storing up in your spiritual bank account, man. It ain't the Most High ain't send that down to Apostle Heart for it to be a burden, man. It's only a burden to them who is not truly doing this out of sincerity, man. They was here just to what? To fuck around and bullshit, man. They thought they was just gonna skate into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Slide their ass into the kingdom without doing any work. But hey, the Most High got your ass, man. And now what he at? So he stopped. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit, man.
Yeah, because one of the characteristics of an elect person or elect man is we're not going to want anything from this world, you know? Because we got our eyes focused on the kingdom, and our mind is focused on the kingdom. I got a couple quick steps to back that up. This is Psalms 23:1. It says, "Yahawah is my shepherd, I shall not want." That's the King David. That's what he said. And then I got another one that says,
because the thing is this: anything we need, the Most High is gonna provide it, man. And that's all throughout the script. It goes into what? Trusting in the Lord, and that all goes back to what? Showing diligence, so you can know these things, man. You can't know these things if you're not laboring in the truth. You see, and that's why it tells us in Isaiah 33:6 that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation. How are you gonna get that stability? By laboring, going into these scriptures over and over and over and over again, man. You see? You got it, bro.
I got another one real quick. Well, two short ones. This is Psalm 34. Psalm 34:10. It says, "The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek Yahawah shall not want any good thing."
Now, can I read it? Read the next one or the one above it. It said, "I have been old and now I have been young. Now I'm old." Do you see that one?
Let me see. Psalms 34.
Yeah.
The poor man cried. Let me look for it. Let me see.
It's Psalms 34 and My bad, I'm tripping. It's Psalm 37. Never mind. That's Psalm 37.
Okay. I got this other one in Philippians real quick.
Yeah.
It says, this is Philippians 4:11. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what. And that's what we're about to come into fully, man. We there now. We're not out here seeking to have no damn mega mansion or have no damn jets and all that. That's all bullshit, man. Because everything, all of that is gonna pass away. We're content with our daily bread, man. What the Most High gives us, man. Now we do want more as being kings of the earth. We want the things the Most High has promised us because what? That's what He's promised us, and we want it. That's why we're laboring, right? But the time is coming where we are content. Esau can't offer us shit, man. Because what can Esau offer us that the Most High hasn't promised to give us in abundance, man? You know?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing, man. How do you know that? Once again, by showing diligence. That's the key. That's another key. Faith, diligence, long suffering, man. These are all things, man, that help you out in the truth. Go ahead, bro.
This is going on 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 9. But because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us. And you again, man, you know, that example that's set, the standard that's being set through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, man. Putting forth a video a day, man. Putting the Most High first. You see, if you're gonna come serve the Most High, man, if you're gonna and especially if you're gonna come over here to you know, Great Millstone, you know, the Most High is going to come first, man.
So when that decree came, like, bro, I didn't even look at it as a burden, man. I just like, all right, man, the Most High gonna put the spirit on me to do it. And that's how you have to look at all these Jacob's trouble. We can't look at it as a fucking, oh, Jacob's trouble. No, man, look at it as a challenge. To fully trust in the Most High, you know what I'm saying? And He gonna get us through, right? I got one for you real quick. You have one? What you have?
I think it has.
This is Hebrews 6:11. And we desire that every one of you show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. You know? And that's what we got to do. We can't just watch Apostle Hart and the apostles under him on down, all the elders do all the work and we not doing our part, man. That ain't how it works. You don't get the penny. You don't get the penny like that, man. You get the penny for laboring and working and then doing it to the end. So we have to show diligence, man. And that's what those decrees were meant to be, man. For you to show forth more diligence.
That's right.
Because now with the video a day, you got to read every fucking day now. Yep. You see? You know what I'm saying? You have to put in more time to read so you can have that ammo to bring those videos out every day, man. You have to look at things. You have to be more diligent with going into news articles, looking at things around you in the spirit. Like, damn, I can pull a video from that. You hearing a song, like, damn, a phrase might catch your ear in a song that I can pull a video from that. That's the type of thing. Walking in the spirit. The Most High is making us walk in the spirit more, man. That's all it is. The Most High, He's forcing us to walk more in the spirit so we can have that ammo, have that mind state of, yeah, I gotta get a video out today. I gotta read something. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do this. I gotta chop it up with a brother. Video can come from that. So my brother might tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I got a question.
What's up, bro?
Oh, I got a quick question because I've been on the spirit and I have been doing a lot of videos, but I didn't know that it was a decree. I missed that. When did Apostle Tahar say that?
Well, like last month, bro.
Yep.
Hey, but you know what? Through the spirit, I've been doing videos a lot.
See?
So
yeah, bro.
I've been catching that. I thought you knew.
See, I didn't know.
That's a spirit,
but hey,
and you know, and that gets us fired up because now we see all these prophecies come to pass. So it like we shouldn't be somewhere on the sideline quiet with all this shit coming down like these other camps are doing. Man, I done did like 10 videos on vaccines by myself, man, all through the spirit. But ain't none of that information coming out from these other camps. Why? Because they're not laboring for Yahawashi, man. They doing their own thing.
What did Yahawashi say? You will know them by their fruits, man.
There
by the fruit of their labor, man.
There it is.
Let me.
If I may add, it's what was Yahawashi doing? He was putting that work every day. If he was not up in the mountain, you know, praying, you know, being away from the people so he could have time to himself praying or with the disciples, he was out there just working, performing miracles. He was going from city to city, man.
He was working so damn hard that he would have to go into the mountains to get a fucking break, man. You know, he was still in the flesh. So I'm pretty sure he got tired and exhausted, even though they was like bigger and stronger back then. Yep. He was still being worn out, man.
And that goes back to the thing, you know, if he went through it, if he did the work, if he got persecuted, that means we have to put in work. That means we're gonna get persecuted for this truth as well.
Yahawashi work every day. You got dudes complaining about 3 videos a week. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
And look at all the prophets, man.
Yep.
All the prophets.
Yep.
You don't see no prophets taking days off, man.
Taking the fucking whole 20 years off.
Being diligent.
Yeah. Hey, and at the end of the day,
huh?
At the end of the day, it's for our own good, you know?
Exactly, bro, because all it's doing is building us up in our faith, our trust and our belief. It's building us up in our boldness, our confidence. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is doing this for our benefit. Like when something comes from the apostles, man, it's coming from the heavens, man. And that's what dudes fail to realize. Because they're still looking at these men as if they're some type of regular men. Now they are regular men, but the thing is the Most High is working through these men to teach us and get us built up for these times that we're coming into. That's what's happening. Yep. The time of Jacob's trouble is coming. So the Most High like, you know what? They need to be doing a video a day. So, because this shit about to get hard. Jacob's trouble about to be hard as fuck. And if you're going through these scriptures each and every day, your mind is getting more and more built up. Your spirit is getting more and more built up so you can be prepared to stand bold in that day when it comes, man. That's how you got to look at it, man. It's for your benefit. It's not to harm you. Because what the fuck else are you doing? Standing in line for hours to get a goddamn In-N-Out burger? Standing in line for hours to get a damn PS5? Niggas in line 14 hours to get a goddamn burger, man. Come on, man. What else would you be doing, bro?
That's crazy.
Crazy as fuck.
let me catch this here.
You got it.
This is Sirach 42 and verse 1. It says,
tell him about
it says, of these things be not thou ashamed, and accept no person to sin thereby. You see, by these particular things that we're about to read,
real quick,
is to not be ashamed of those things, man.
I was gonna tell him about the chariots that we saw.
Not right now, babe.
But
when
yeah.
can I tell him after your call?
It says not to not to allow nobody to sin thereby neither. You see, so allowing them to transgress these particular things, man. And going on verse 2, it says, of the law of the Most High and his covenant and of judgment to justify the ungodly. You see, so these oracles that we've been given, man, of this work, you see, of this truth in general, you see, to not be ashamed of it, man. Just like the brothers are saying, man, just like the scriptures say that this that the commandments are not grievous, man. You see, grieve to go out there and do the work, and grieve to have your time occupied with Yahawashi, because guess what, man? This could be given to anybody else. What did Yahawashi say? That he could raise up out of stones the Israelites. And that he could give the truth to, man.
A couple nights ago,
it says,
my bad.
No, go ahead.
A couple nights ago, I was just like laying in the bed and like I need to get up and pray. I need to pray. Then the spirit of sleep started to fall on me, and I felt like Satan was trying to hold me down, like he was trying to like make my ass fall asleep so I want to pray. But as soon as I got up to start praying, the sleep went away. The same thing happened the other night. I was reading. I was like, man, I got to put this video. I had some information. I got to put this video. I need to put this video out tonight. I can't wait till the morning because it's gonna be old. No, I need to blow the trumpet right now. But the spirit of sleep, Satan came and put that spirit of sleep on me, started making me fall asleep. I was like, nah, I got to get up. Yo, that was 2 days ago.
Yeah, because that's been happening.
So I was sleeping. I opened up the video. I was like drowsy. Even open up the video. Then as soon as I started going into the information and bringing the scriptures out, it left. Them damn demons are attacking us, man. You know, the demons are attacking us and trying to hinder us from doing the work. You know?
Oh, just now, man. Just now when I found out the call was at 7 and I'm like scrambling everywhere looking for my garment, you know?
Yeah.
And I couldn't, I think it's in my car, you know? So demon, I just, man. You know?
We under attack, man. we're in the spiritual world. We're under attack 24/7, man. That's another reason most I said a video a day and keeping up with everything that's going on, because what, man? We are getting fucked up by these damn demons sometimes, man. You know? You got it, bro.
I want to jump back to 2 Thessalonians 3 if our brothers don't got nothing.
You got it. Go ahead.
This is
I got one, Ak, real quick. Slakia. This is Matthew 24:45. Says, "Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Yahawah, when he cometh, shall find so doing." You know, doing the work when he comes back. And then just to back that up, Revelation 16:15, "Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame."
Yep. I'm going to work, man. I'm showing that diligence. You don't want to get caught here lacking, man. Your ass ain't did a video on 3 weeks. And then that trumpet blow, and your ass like, damn. I ain't did the work in like a month. You know what I'm saying? Now you gonna be fucked up.
Yahawashi comes back and catches you waiting at In-N-Out Burger for 14 hours, you know, instead of doing the work.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you ain't did one 5-minute video, but you waited 15 hours.
But you had In-N-Out Burger for 14. Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy. This shit can't be that good. I'm sorry.
I'm saying, man, that's why we got to put this thing first, man. You got to actually ask yourself the question, man. Hey, you know, because this Sophia, man, this is, you know, compared to a delicate woman, this truth, right? So if you were in the world and you know, well, some bitch had called you or whatever, you know, then you would probably be hurtling over things to get there, man. You know, the baddest woman that, you know, you ever wanted or whatever, call you over, you would make sure you got there, man.
Gotta break your damn neck.
You see, so how much more for this truth, man?
I can vouch.
You see,
that's a personal experience. I told you, brothers, man. I didn't walk miles in the cold with a flu to get some box. So ain't no excuse for me, man. Cause that's and the most I would hang that shit over your head. Like if you stop doing the work and you stop you put more energy into carnal shit. Then and instead of doing the work, the most I will hold stuff over that over your head, and he'll allow you to keep remembering. You know, it'll keep coming, Satan to keep coming with that shit. Like remember that time you walked them hours in the cold with that flu to get some boxes. You ain't did a video in 2 weeks. You ain't did a video in 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So hey, we know what the fuck we were doing, and when wickedness in the world, we was going hard for wickedness in the world. Why not go hard for righteousness when the Most High has promised us everlasting life and everything that we could ever want forevermore?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Khan, and I got the flip. Khan, I got the flip side of if we're not doing the work. Let me just read this real quick because I was reading it. It's relevant. Matthew 24:48 says, "But if that evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants and eat and drink with the drunken, Yahawah of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him."
And what's that mean, man? You know, that servant, you know, he starts eating and drinking and even smiting the fellow servants. You see that's being given this truth, man, and bullshitting with it. You
and
see?
Then turning around and lashing out at brothers that you was laboring with.
Yo,
that's what you see these fallouts doing. Because
this truth is meant to gather the elect, man. You see, but you got those that scatter the fold. And what man going back into the world.
Right. And let me read the fate of that wicked servant. This is verse 50. "The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth."
When you go into that word cut asunder, it means be cut in two. Cut in 2 pieces. You see, and giving your portion with the wicked, and that lake of fire, man. And that's something none of us want to feel, man. That's the fear that keeps us driving to be diligent, knowing that if we don't do this, the Most High gonna set our ass on fire. And like it tells you in the scriptures, he that knoweth to do good and don't do it, he shall be beaten with many stripes, man. So the
Hey,
most I
man.
like, man, you leave and take your hand off the plow, man. The most I can have your ass get the vaccine. He can have you get the damn RFID chip. He can have you get snatched up. All this happening to you. Have Esau snatch your ass up, take you to a black site, torture your ass, and let you go. Then the missiles coming down. Like he done gave you everything, man. Because what, you took your hand off the plow. That's some scary shit. And that's what the most I can do to you if you do stop doing this work, man. All type, man. I'm good. Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, basically, man. Basically, at the end of the day, man, Daddy's coming home, and 2/3 of Israel are having a big ass party in the house with Esau, while the 1/3 of us is preparing for Daddy to get back home, so we don't get our ass whooped with the rest of them.
And when he returned, we're gonna be like, we told him to do what you told us to do, but they ain't listen. We told them multiple times, they ain't hear us. Hey, y'all, 2/3 gonna get their ass whooped, man. You know what I'm saying? And Yahawashi like, all right, yo, y'all did what I told y'all to do. Y'all come over here with me. Y'all motherfuckers, get the belt. Ass whooping.
And he got that spiritual surveillance camera watching everybody.
Everything. Everything. So ain't nobody getting away.
1,000 times brighter than the sun.
Like the elder YAHAWAH said, man, all these dudes who making all these fucking bullshit ass excuses and trying to nitpick and be petty and shit, you're not gonna be able to stand before Yahawashi and say, look, they said this and that, and try to be trying to nitpick and try to put blame on somebody. Look, we doing what the Most High told us to do. It's you niggas who are trying to find a way to not be the Israelites. It's you niggas who are trying to find a way to get rid of the 12 charge chart. It's you trying to find a way to blame man for something. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just doing what you told you to do, you're trying to point fingers and pointing the blame at somebody. You're not gonna be able to do that when Yahawashi return, man. You know?
We're telling you to take a microchip like IUIC. I was watching a video and they had that guy Deacon Ithan, and he's like, I have done my research. I have not found one article stating that there's going to be a chip in the forehead. And then the brother that did the video, he gave all these examples of that chip in the forehead. You know,
Neuralink, like bro. You're not gonna be able to do no nitpick because he was like, what's the judgment for taking the chip in your left hand? And somebody was, and one of the congregation was like, destruction. He was like, no, it ain't no judgment written. And that's what nitpicking shit. That's great area shit, man. You're not gonna be able to stand when your house shot turn. Well, it didn't say that if we took it in our left hand, we wouldn't be judged. It's tell you don't take it at all, man. You're not gonna be able to stand and say, well, they said whatever, man. Whatever, man. Just know you're gonna have to pay for that shit, man. You know? Yeah.
I think Gar still was on the set.
Con, I'll finish getting through this, man. This is 2 Thessalonians 3 and verse 11. Or verse 10. It says, for even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any of you would not work, neither should he eat.
That's right.
That's carnally and spiritually. Yep. If you don't got a job, you can't expect brothers to feed your ass each and every day, and you ain't out here trying to put in work to get your carnal bread. How much more your spiritual bread, man? If you're not laboring spiritually, how you think the Most High gonna feed you, man? You just gonna sit there with the Bible closed and look at it all day and expect to get some revelations or some knowledge, man? That ain't how it works. You have to pick it up and what? Read, man. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Yahawashi said, what? Blessed is he that readeth, man. You have to labor, man. You know?
Yeah, just paraphrasing, just to add what the brother was saying. If you don't do your job at your carnal work, your carnal work at your carnal job, you ain't gonna get paid. You're gonna get fired. Same thing with the spiritual.
Ooh.
If you're not doing it, you're not gonna get that redeemed. You're not gonna get saved out of the destruction. And just to add a little bit more, man. Out of the main book we were trying to read, we brought all these precepts out, man, showing you the diligence of the brothers.
Damn, we was supposed to be going to Sirach 30.
Sirach 38.
I forgot that quick. It is what it is. That's the spirit, though.
That's the spirit. That's showing you the diligence. That's showing you man putting in the work and showing you could bring out much information
And that's the Most High working through us, because we've been showing forth that diligence to have this knowledge in us. So when we do these scriptures or do these lessons, the Most High can draw it out of us and speak to us the things that we need to say, because we've been going in it, going over it over and over and over again. I got one real quick. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth, man. And that's what, getting fired from the job because you don't want to do the work. You don't want to show forth. If you're not showing forth diligence to do this thing every day, you're not on fire. You're cold. And if you are showing some little diligence, but you're doing it sparingly, you know what I'm saying? You're still on the fence. Well, I really don't know about this. I really don't believe it. You lukewarm, and the Most High will get rid of your ass, man. The Most High would rather you not know the truth than to know the truth and be lukewarm, man.
It's like you see at your carnal job place, you got guys that their work consumes them, man. That's what comes first to them. And these are the guys that are the top of the company. They're making shit run, and then you got the guys that are just those plateau guys, man. Which they've hit a particular point where they're cool. They're happy with what they make, and they're just gonna stick there. They don't want to excel any further, man. That's it. You see. And basically, man, how much more coming into this truth, man, should you be striving to be that constantly growing, man, constantly getting better, man, taking this thing serious, and this is your profession, man. You see, just like they tell you, you watch that part on 300 where you have all these different Greeks who have these different, one guy tells you, oh, he's a potter, he's a this or that. And then they turn around and ask the Spartans, what's their profession, man? And their profession is just straight war, man. All one unit, man. One singular unit made out of 300 different men whose profession is the exact same, man.
Apostle, did not the Apostle Paul say that? He said this is our profession. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that real quick.
I got a good sept.
Go ahead.
You guys go ahead and now
you bring it out, bro.
Go ahead and I'll go after you.
Bring it out.
Okay, because this is just a good one. It's basically a warning against idleness. We shouldn't be idle in this truth. This is verse Proverbs 6:6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Which having no guide. Go ahead, Doc.
Lucky, but something interesting about the ant, man, is the ant only takes, I believe it's 2-minute naps a day. That's how hard the ant is working, man. Right? Go ahead, brother. So it said, consider the ant. Go look at the ant, because there's something you could learn from the ant. Go ahead, Doc.
Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler. So this is on autopilot. You don't need no boss, no ruler.
That's just a brute beast.
It's automatic. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? This is a brute beast. The Most High made that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't worrying about doing the work of the Lord. They just out there trying to live and survive. That's what they ain't doing. Just working to build up that mound to have enough food for the winter time. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
This is verse 7. Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer, and gathereth her food in the harvest. Verse 9, how long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth, and thy want as an armed man.
There it is. That's what's going to come upon you,
so
man.
The ant, man. Just look at the ant.
That's spiritually, man.
God.
I remember one time I was like, just one day I was just laying around, like a couple years I was just laying around on the couch. I'm like, man, I can do it. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna take me a little nap. So I took a nap. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna sneak some more. And I swear, man, it felt like an angel punched me in the top of my head, like, get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Because it was nothing around, and I just felt this in the top of my head, like, I'm like, all right, let me get my ass up. And I got up and started doing the work.
Like, wake up, sluggard.
Yeah.
Wake up, sluggard.
What you had, bro?
Depart, this ain't your rest.
This ain't the rest, man. You got what I got you totally good. Now I got one real quick. Prove the point what you was talking about, the profession, right? Talking about the Spartans.
This is Hebrews 10:23. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering.
This is our profession, bro. Serving Yahawashi is our profession, bro. You know what I'm saying?
God,
Like the brothers,
we're professionals.
When the brothers be doing the videos, them animated videos, you had the brothers in the background. Yahawah, Ba'Shem, Yahawashi, Yahawah, Ba'Shem. Hey, the Spartans would have asked us that. What's your profession? Yahawah, Ba'Shem, Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? That's our profession, man. This is our work. This is what we're supposed to be doing, man, as Israelite men. Go ahead, bro.
For he is faithful that promise.
What else is on there?
And
Before,
let us consider one another.
That's it. Yeah. He paid for that promise. He promised us what? If we did this work, there would be a reward at the end, man. That's why it says Yahawashi, looking forward to the joy set before them, endured the cross. Yahawashi did this because he knew it was a reward, man. And we have that same reward coming, Lord. What do we continue to endure?
And if I can add, let me add Isaiah 43:18. Remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. So hey, man, look all the way back to Noah. What was he doing? Out there working, not just on the ark, but he was out there prophesying every single day. Until what?
Started raining.
Till what he promised him that he was going to be saved out of that flood, that flood was coming, and he was going to be saved out of it, man. Wasn't he rewarded for it?
He was. Salvation first and foremost. Then he got to come back and repopulate the whole earth. Him and his seed, man. We had some Gar?
I think he's still
I'm just gonna keep going on that Sirach 38.
We can read that. Well, shit. Yeah, how far you want to go on that?
It doesn't matter, man. We could just go. Let's just read down to the 28th verse.
Yeah, the 25.
Yeah, I got shoot. Read that. And I got some we can wrap up on.
This is Sirach 38:25. It says, "How can we, how can he get? You notice that a he. How could he get wisdom of a learned? How could he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the goad, that driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labor, and whose talk is of bullocks?"
Constantly occupied in carnal shit, man. How can you get wisdom by doing that? You can't. You know what I'm saying? You have to give that time over. You have to give that time over to Yahawashi to grow in wisdom and to grow in knowledge and understanding. You see, you have to put forth that effort to get this to continue to minister, man. Because you always talking about you at work, you can't come to camp. I'm at work. I gotta work. I can't come to camp. You're not gonna get the wisdom, man. The Most High not gonna use you because you're not making a sacrifice to go make your body a living sacrifice. You know?
And what did it say, man? That he that glorieth in it.
Oh yeah.
You see, so just like going back to what we were saying, man, at the work spot, you have these particular guys that, they glory in work, man. They've given themselves over unto it. They're the top guys in that company, man, and that's what we strive to be here at GMS, man. You see, if you're going under the name GMS, man, you understand that there's a standard that we got to live by, man. Strive, which we ain't gonna be perfect. Things are gonna be hard, but we're gonna strive to set that standard, man.
And we ain't
fight to try to put out this video every day. We're gonna fight to, and like the brother was saying, man, that keeps you in the spirit. You see, you have no excuse to not be in the spirit if you're putting out a video a day.
And the thing is, we ain't telling you, and the Most High ain't telling you to do it 24/7. You know what I'm saying? The Most High ain't telling you to be in the spirit for 24 hours a day. First of all, that's impossible. You see?
You gotta have balance.
You gotta have that balance, man. But you need to make sure that you're making a conscious effort to do the work of the Lord.
God.
That's what it's all about, making a conscious effort to do the work.
God, and I looked up that.
Go ahead, brother.
I was just saying, I looked up that word goad. You see that you just read in verse 25? And it's basically a stick where you poking an animal to get it to get up and do something.
God, they working, toiling.
God.
And those guys glory in it, man. They've given themselves. And guess what? Those are the guys that you're gonna go seek advice at work. Hey, man, how do you do this? How do you do that? That's once again, man. That's why we give ourselves over into it. We glory in Yahawashi, man. We've given ourselves over to Yahawashi, man. You see, hey man, I may not know how to change a radiator on a car, but if you have a question about the word, man, that's my profession, man. There was a guy I was talking to, man. He was a grape juicer, and he's all talking about, oh, you know, God, this and that, you know. And then one day he's telling me about how his main thing is fighting. His profession is fighting. That's what consumed him. Fighting. I'm like, man, and I'm thinking in my head, man. And I'm thinking, man, what is my main thing? The word, man. The word. This is what we glory in, man. This is what should have consumed you, man. See, anything else comes after that, man. That's why Yahweh said he with a wife be as though he has none. You see, he comes to serve me must hate his own life and his children and his family also, man. Because the Most High is going to come first. All these other things, all this shit that you had in the world, that old man is dead, man. The motives that he had are gone. You have a whole new motive now. You have a whole new reason for living, man. Look at Jonah. You see? Only one reason for being here, man, which is to what, man? Push and glorify Yahawashi.
Yeah, man. You got it, bro.
Where's the one to keep going? This is Sirach 38 and verse 26. He giveth his mind to make furrows and is diligent to give the kin fodder. So again, man, he's diligent to work. He's there on time. This guy's probably the guy that's there early. You see? How much more diligent should you be for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man? Verse 27. The Most High ain't gonna care, you know, how early you were to happen. Verse 27 says, so every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut the grave sills and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish a work. The smith also, sitting by an considering the ironwork and vapor of the fire, wasteth his flesh, and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh.
Completely into it, man. He completely into his work, and he's gonna make sure he perfects it, man. That's what we're trying to do. You know, and we're all younger brothers in this faith, but we're what? Giving out diligence, you know what I'm saying? And pushing his work as much as we possibly can, man. Just like that Smith who was out here toiling to make that perfect weapon, we're toiling for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you see, so he can bring in the elect, man. You see, to grow and the understanding of being an Israelite, man, to grow as better men. That's what we're out here doing, man. You see, because
we're sharpening our sword.
Our spiritual sword.
Yep. I was just thinking about landscapers, man. We're sharpening our swords, you know, because landscapers do the same thing. You're over there to make sure you have that perfect cut, to make sure that you could get one side looking shinier than the other as you go back and forth, back and forth. What do you have to do every single night before you put all your equipment away? You got to sharpen up those blades so when you get back out there the next day, you can continue to, you know, cut. And that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be sharpening, and right now we're sharpening each other's swords right now, you know, because when we go out there to the highways and byways, we got to make sure we're on top of it so we can cut them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you see, man, some of the sacrifices that this.
And so we don't get cut also, because it's a double-edged sword.
Yep.
And you see, man, that you know, the smith here in this example, he's even given over his body for his profession, man. You know, his the anvil being in his ears and his flesh wasting away from the heat of the furnace, man. You see, and that's exactly what we do, man. Going to work and sacrificing your body for Esau, man. Your back giving out, our legs giving out. You see, how much more for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man? You put in 40+ hours for Esau a week. You're over here bitching about one, maybe at the most, hour-long video a day. Come on, man.
Don't add up. They don't add up.
Verse going on, it says on verse 28, it says and his eyes still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work, and waiteth to polish it perfectly.
That's on that one. So I got, let's wrap it up on this, man. I got Wisdom of Solomon 6. Just to go in, like I said, we giving our diligence and wisdom, man. This is our profession. Reading through these scriptures, getting this oil in us, and making sure we have an abundance of oil so it can overflow, man. You know? So it goes in the, this is Wisdom of Solomon. I just started now. Wisdom of Solomon 69. Unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak. Wisdom of Solomon 69. Unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak, that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away. How do you do that? By showing forth diligence. And and all through the spirit of the Most High, ultimately, you know what I'm saying? It's the Most High gives you that spirit of diligence, you know what I'm saying? Verse 10.
Get out the camera.
For they that keep holiness holily shall be judged holy, and they that have learned such things shall find what to answer. There it is, going into diligence. 11. Wherefore set your affection upon my words, desire them, and ye shall be instructed. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yeah, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. How do we do that, man? By our diligence. That's gonna be the name of the day. Our diligence, man. That's what this whole lesson was about. Verse 12, wisdom. Verse 13, she preventeth them that desire her, and making herself first known unto men. Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his doors every day. You see? Verse 15, to think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom, and whoso watcheth for her shall quickly be without care. She goeth forth about seeking such as are worthy of her, showeth herself favorably unto them in the ways, and meeteth them in every thought. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. And the love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption. And incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High. So that's what all that diligence, it makes us closer to the Most High, man, by seeking wisdom each and every day. You know? You want to say something, bro?
No, that's good, brother. You got it.
Verse 20, therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. And what makes you desire wisdom and that diligence, man, that spirit of diligence that the Most High puts on you to continue to do this work, because it's going to bring us to a kingdom, man. So this is why this is our profession, man. This is why we show forth diligence, because we know and understand that this leads to the kingdom of heaven, man. And that's the only way we can get through it. You know? So that was it on that one, bro. If you wasn't having nothing else, we can wrap it up.
I got a quick one.
What you got, bro?
This is Proverbs 10 and 16. The labor of the righteous tendeth to life.
Woo!
The fruit of the wicked to sin. That's it.
So the labor of the righteous tendeth to life, man. And that's what we're fighting for, man. To enter back into true life when Yahawashi returns. And how do we get there? By showing forth diligence, man. Once again, showing forth that diligence. And that's the time we're in, man. Showing forth diligence to make our calling and election sure, man. As it is written. You know? You had anything else, bro? That was it.
Yeah, man. You guys all the work, man, to sit in a Hakuna Matata state of mind, man.
That's not the spirit of being, especially right now, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to give all praises, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible, through the spirit of Father Yahawashi, Yahawashi, and the sincere peace and salutation to all the people that I came out there pushing forth in truth and sincerity, doing the work of Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi's commandments to do. With that, we're going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Abba.
Shalom, Wa, Abba, Abba.